Hi, I'm Philip Hatfield. I wanted to take a couple of minutes and tell you why I've decided to start speaking to the pregnancy resource centers. You see, it started about 2 years ago. We had a training at the Zig Ziglar offices here in Plano, Texas, and I get the privilege of working for the Zig Ziglar Corporation. And we had a lady come in from Austin. Her name was Lori DeVillas. And Lori just happens to be the director of the Austin Pregnancy Resource Center. So we spent a whole week of teaching and training and getting to know all the people who are there. And after a week of sharing with Lori, finally I said, Lori, can I talk to you privately? And she said, yes. I said, you know, I'm going to tell you, going back to when I was 18 years old, I'd taken my girlfriend to have an abortion. And it's one of those things that didn't really bother me much at the time. It did a little bit. It bothered me a little bit more a little later. And the time I was about 24 years old, I'd finally got married. So in that time frame, I thought, well, you know what? If I ever have a child, I would love to have a little girl. And I thought, you know what? If I had a little girl, I had a name picked out. Her name would have been Brittany Nicole. Well, I thought that was a beautiful name. Now, I never asked her. It's like, okay, if I have a girl, that's just what I'm going to name her. Well, you know, that's probably not how it would happen, but that was my thought. So Brittany Nicole never really happened. We wound up having a boy, and his name was Jeremy. Well, I had a wonderful son, had a great life, but all through that period of time, I always still wanted a little girl. And it always bothered me, what would that have been if I'd have had a child? Would I have had a girl or would I have had a boy? Well, I contacted the young lady who was my girlfriend at the time, and I asked her, I said, did you ever think about the child? Would it have been a girl or would it have been a boy? And she said, oh yes, absolutely. She would have been a girl. Absolutely, I know. I thought, you know, it's kind of funny because women always kind of know those things. I said, really? Did you ever have a name picked out? And she said, yeah. Her name would have been Tiffany Nicole. Wow. I thought Tiffany Nicole was so similar to the name that I'd picked out, and we'd never shared that all these years. Now, we never got married, but we've been friends all these years. Even today, we're still friends. But in having that conversation, it really just set home with me that we both began that healing process. Well, I had had that secret for so many years. I kept that secret for 36 years. I never even shared it with my wife until after I met Lori DeVillas last year. Yeah, it was a pretty weight off of my shoulders when I finally shared with her that was a secret I'd been carrying. But my thought is this: how many men have been carrying that same secret where we've been involved, taking someone to have an abortion, helping them to pay for the abortion or talking them into it? And it's one of those things that I really began to feel as life began to go, that I'd murdered my own child. It was a pretty heavy weight. And in all realistically, I really did. I'd actually murdered my child. But you know what? I'd become a Christian when I was 39 years old. I experienced the grace of God. And through that grace, there was a healing that went on, but I really never dealt with that issue. And then after I met Lori and we talked, she said, Philip, I want you to come and share your story at the Austin Pregnancy Resource Center. We have a gala. It'll be in September. She said, I would love for you to come be our guest speaker. I said, sure, I'd love to. Well, after that, I told my wife all about what had happened. I'd already told you that. And began to work on the story of what I was going to share. And I didn't want to go and have a talk and say, stop abortion. And we wanted to help them to raise finances and raise funds too. And I thought about it. You know what? The greatest message that I love that we have at Ziglar Corporation is born to win. And if you can see my lapel pin, that's exactly what it says. It says, born to win. Because Zig always taught that you are born to win. So Lori and I talked. I said, Lori, here's what I'm going to do. This will be what my theme is going to be. Born to win. Not that we want to stop abortion. Yes, we want to stop it, but we want more babies born. We want more families born. We want mothers and fathers to be born together. And not only that, we want them born into the kingdom as well. So look at the message of what we have. It's not the stop message. Yes, we want to stop it, but we want to take a positive approach of you know what, that child is born to win. They have every right to be born. And hopefully just through love, we can share that. My challenge also is not just to raise the funds, which, you know, Lori says we raised more funds at that one gala than has ever been raised before, and that was not me, it was just a blessing of God. But our challenge is for men to get involved. You know, every time there's an abortion, you know, what's the statistics? We say 1 out of every 3 women have had an abortion. Well, if that's the case, there had to be a man involved, right? But guys, we leave the women to handle it alone. And that's not right. That's not fair. And so my challenge for the men is, guys, if you had that in the past, it's okay. You're forgiven. But you know what we can do? We can donate our resources and donate our time. How neat is it to go out and actually be in that resource center when someone comes in and they're considering having an abortion? To actually have a man and a friendly face there. Yes, the ladies may be doing all the work, but just to have a strong man there. A lot of times when the ladies come in thinking of abortion or trying to find if they are pregnant or not, a guy will come with them. What if there's another man there like us? We're smiling, we're talking to him, and just being friendly and just sharing a little bit. Isn't that what we want? We want to see more families born. And that other man, if he's a part of that, maybe it's a brother that came, but just for us being there as guys, just supporting the women, supporting the function. I know in Austin they have a mobile unit. They call it Marvy D. It's beautiful. It's an ambulance. Matter of fact, a new ambulance they've taken and fixed it up, and it's absolutely beautiful. But men will drive and go out there and actually kind of donate their time. Helps settle it down. But guys, my challenge is we need more men involved. Not only do we need your finances and resources, but we need you to get involved in Pregnancy Resource Center. And once we get the people in the Pregnancy Resource Center, and maybe they don't have that abortion, or maybe they go on and do, hopefully and prayerfully they do not. But you know what? We can start mentoring them. We can start having devotions and start teaching the men how to be better men and start helping the women to heal, no matter what the process is. But we can become more involved. And think about what is that Pregnancy Resource Center? We are feeders for the local churches. I live right here in Dallas, Texas. There's over 6 million people right here in Dallas. If you think about that, people will come from all different areas, but you can plug them into churches all over the community. But we are one of the greatest feeders for the churches because we want to bring them in. We want to save those lives. We want to see babies born. We want to see families born. We want to see the kingdom born. We want to help build the kingdom. So that's my challenge. If you would like to have me come speak to your group, I would love to come and speak to your group. It doesn't matter where you are. No group's too large, no group's too small. I think in Austin we had approximately 700 people at that event, and it was wonderful. So we would love to come and share, help you raise your funds, bring awareness, and make the charge that we want men involved. But most importantly, we are born to win, and we want to see more babies born and families born. Thank you for your time. God bless. Bye-bye.